Hey y'all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We are just skirting right through Savannah, Georgia here. We're heading out to the ocean. A place called Tybee Island. Alright, I'm driving through this. We'll see a little bit of the old town down here. There's a Hilton Garden Inn. I want to head out to the island. This is the last look we're going to see at water. We're going to truck inland tomorrow. It's at the end of August, and I got to start heading west after tonight. But there's a cool old fort called Pulaski. It's a national monument. We're going to see that this afternoon. A little later on, we'll head out to Tybee Island. Then tomorrow, we're trucking west. This is all bonus footage from the 2025 travel season. So sit back, get ready, enjoy the ride, and the journey starts now. Alright, got a few miles ahead out here. We're skirting right along Savannah's, right on the state line, South Carolina and Georgia. All those trees off to the left, that's like a park. Runs through here. Savannah is a huge city, very historic. Maybe someday I'll come in and check that too, but RVerTV style, that's back roads, small towns. I kind of picked Tybee Island as the final East Coast destination for this summer, where I start heading west. Long ways from home. Long ways to get back to Arizona. Alright, I'm just gonna follow Google Maps here on the phone. We got a few miles where we get out here to this national monument called Fort Pulaski. Made it. Yay. That wasn't too bad. That was a lot of traffic on that 2-lane highway. All the East Coast, very, very busy. A lot of people live out here. All right, I'm gonna get parked, then we're gonna go explore this old fort. Doesn't look like too many people. Flat as a pancake, the terrain here, isn't it? Well, I'm just gonna start walking. See what this says here. Final resting place. Must be the cemetery for the fort. When you read about this thing online, this fort was pretty much bombarded and demolished with artillery, which changed the whole landscape of building them out of brick. It wouldn't withstand it. Like a big moat waterway in here too. Pretty warm. A little humid, in case you're wondering. Welcome to Georgia. Home of all the red clay dirt too. It's like here's a memorial. A lot of the dates are in the 1860s. Ooh, maybe we'll see an alligator down here. But they got him. Big old storms they roll through when the hurricanes come through. I bet this place gets it. That Tybee Island is supposed to have a lot of old concrete structures left from back in all the Civil War days too. Pretty good sized visitor center over there, isn't it? The old lighthouse. Confederate Fort, 1862. 2 hurricanes, 1881, 1893. Took a toll. I've never been in a hurricane. A bustling village, so on the outside of the fort, there's an actual town here, huh? Right out there. Think all the artifacts they find. The Waving Girl, Florence Martis, till 1943 was a lighthouse keeper. Her and her brother, she waved a handkerchief or a lantern at all the ships that passed by. Over here in the Savannah River. Major port down here. My goodness. She was famous, huh? Alright, well, let's just keep trucking. Wow, look at that thing. That is solid metal. Holy moly, I bet that thing was loud when it fired off. All the artillery they had back then. Guess this pounded this fort. It's not super big in here. The nice lady said most of it's out in the fort. We're gonna head out there in just a sec. It is air conditioned in here and they play movies. They got a little section back here where you can watch a movie about the fort and all the history here. Some more artifacts from back in the day. All right, well, what do you think? Let's head on out. Another part of the history here is the Underground Railroad. That was a little bit of the info on the inside of the visitor center. Well, are we going to see an alligator guarding the door? Big moat. Looks like people lived outside the fort too, like that town. And it's still here all this time later. There it is. All that was constructed by hand. I'm just amazed how flat the ground is. Well, we're super close to the ocean. Well, that Savannah River channel, that's a major shipping port. Big boats come in, big ships. Maybe we'll see one. All right, looks like we can get across. Probably the tide affects this in here. Look at all those mussels or whatever they are stuck to the walls. Gotta be salt water. That is a lot. Smells fishy too. That breeze feels good. Got a little breeze going. Wonder what's behind the door. These huge mounds, probably where they stored their ammo. All the artillery shells, maybe. Oh, here's a map of it. Oh, they had kitchens, mess rooms, storage areas, guardhouse. They had all kinds of stuff in there. Huh. Well, I'll go through there on the way out. Let's go in the fort first. Probably cooler in there under the ground. little slats there in the brick. Stick your rifle out there, says, "Who's here?" Still got the change to draw the bridge up. That is a lot of brick. My goodness. What a feat of engineering. And it's still standing all these years later. I mean, you're talking 160 plus years. Big, heavy doors. Look at the size of that thing. My goodness. That is something. Still got the old chains. The drive to lift the gate out there. All kinds of stuff.
I'm going to tell your mom you crossed over.
How the drawbridge works. Look at the rounded ceiling with brick. You know how hard that is to do? So if someone ordered a pizza, you'd have to look out there and say, "What do you want?" "Pizza delivery for the captain." Those walls are what? 5 feet thick? Wow. They would have to make that brick here, unless they could haul it in. That's just beyond belief, a structure like this. Incredible. Some of the artifacts. They're still digging on this place. There's old pottery and dishes and buttons. Saving history. This place is cool. Just to bring this thing back to life, turned into a park, was a massive effort. Huh. Wow. Glad I came here. This whole East Coast, there's all kinds of very cool old forts from all the different wars. The Fort Supply Closet with rounded ceilings. artwork. Like a little art gallery. Very well displayed. Now the Rangers give a tour, I think. Officer quarters. Beds for the brass. So if you're an officer, you got to sleep in the fort probably. Yeah. But the Rangers outside, they'll give talks and stuff. I missed the one that just started a little while ago. Oh well. More of the beds. It feels old. I mean, it's nicely painted and very well done. It smells old in here too. And there's your view. Probably laid up there with a rifle to defend the fort. Every room has at least one fireplace. Well, being this far south, the winters probably wouldn't be that harsh. Of course, you never know off the Atlantic Ocean. We are like in the northern part of Georgia. Powder magazine room. Look at the holes. Wow. Huh. Where they blew up. Kind of dark in there, isn't it? Yeah, you ain't gonna see nothing in there. Probably from when this thing was under attack. Just a million bricks in this building. This fort. Rounded window. I could not imagine the noise, deafening noise, of all those cannons going off. Engineering a stronghold. Kind of the layout of the fort itself. I'd say that's holding up that wall. Wow. All that timber. I'll be darned. Well, I want to find a way to get up top. You can get up on the roof. There's a hoist. Pick up the guns, cannons. That is solid metal. Simple machine with a heavy lift. Same view they had all those years ago. Probably wasn't a mowed lawn though. More cannons. Still got the groove in the floor to rotate them. I talked to one of the security guys. He said you got to see out front. Got to walk around outside, out front. I'll do that when we leave. He said you won't believe it. Great access. Really good access here. Yeah, here's the jail. This was also a prison. Not good. Boy, to be locked up in this thing in this heat, that would have been brutal. Yeah, I forget what it said. It was a fort. All too mortal Confederate prisoners at Fort Pulaski. It was a fort, part of the Underground Railroad, and a prison. What's this say? Fingerprints are embedded into the brick from the forced labor to build this thing. Wow. Into the wet clay of the brick. Huh. There's some history. I'll be darned. Looks like that opening got blasted too. Embedded in the brick. Huh. Well, there's your history. Right there. That's something. I never seen anything like that. Their names weren't recorded, but their fingerprints are still here. Wow. Well, I still want to get up on the roof. Get a view from up there. Let me find one of them stairways. I see people up there. Maybe down towards the end here. This big courtyard, look at that. They had bands, festivities, even played baseball into the evenings out here. Right on these grounds right here. Prison break in the storeroom. They dug tunnels outside, eluded the guards, but they were recaptured. Said skinny men were able to get through the holes. So this is the storeroom where they escaped. All the different colored brick must be from restoration of the fort. Some of it looks pretty new. Well, I see a stairway here. What else we got? What's this part of the old foundations? Engineering beneath the floorboards. Yeah, a big building like this. My goodness, the walls. All the foundation. What engineering? I keep saying that, but my goodness. Everything out of brick. Gotta be millions of bricks. All the lawn, grass on the roof. So they had dirt roofs. Wow. Huh. You can really see how big the courtyard is from up here. There's one of their meeting areas with the Rangers. Well, we're walking the same steps, the same walkways, everything that they did back then when this thing was under attack. Oh my goodness, I see a big container ship. Wow, we got to get a picture of that thing. Holy moly. Let me sneak up here to this wall. That thing is huge. That's like a floating skyscraper. See if I can't zoom in on it better. I bet they could put more containers on that thing. But they are just stacked right up there in the deck. That ship just crossed the Atlantic Ocean. From who knows where. It's probably that pair of shoes I ordered. Just drop them off at the van, would you? Wow, that thing is huge. In purple. What a color. Well, good look at all the lawn they got to mow and everything. A lot of upkeep here. Some of this wall is gone here. Might have been from the battles where shells were hitting the outside. I'm gonna walk around to the front. I remember that guy telling me I really should take a look at it from out in the grass. He says you won't believe it. So stay tuned. I'll head out there in a few. Oh, a spiral staircase. Huh. What's this? Points of interest. Just a different viewpoint. So flat here, you can see a long ways. That's the ocean out there. That is the Atlantic Ocean. We're right close to it. Pretty sure that's the Savannah River channels. I looked at it on the map. Well, we got to go down the spiral staircase. Heck yeah. Wow, that about makes you dizzy. Red hot shot. Yeah, they heated up the shells. Huh. Just couldn't imagine what went on here. The noise and the smoke, gunpowder, just crazy. Well, let's head for those outside bunkers. could almost get lost down here. Huh. So all these storage rooms with pathways. My goodness. Definitely cooler in here. It's humid, but cooler than outside. And rounded ceilings. That just amazes me. And here you pop out and you can go down another one. They're all connected. Then you got the wall here to protect you. So they could travel between all their storage and bunkers and get their supplies. And there's the way we came in. Visitor center. Probably had a big old gun in this area. All right, do I use door number 1 or door number 2? I don't remember. Well, keep walking. Sooner or later I'll pop out the other side, huh? I think it was this one. That other one was dark. Didn't look like it went anywhere. Yay, good choice. Well, I am very interested to see the front of this place, so let's go do that. Well, there's a look at the fort. That gate right there, that's how they get the water into that moat. I don't know if it's coming up yet or not. That's got to be regulated by the tide. Sure looks different from out here, doesn't it? Oh, there's holes from the shells hitting the brick. I see. So them guys were in there shooting out, and big old cannonballs and artillery shells were hitting the outside of this thing. Oh my goodness, look at this end. Wow. Yeah, neat place for a little bench. You could just sit there. A couple of them. Right time of day, you catch a sunrise or sunset. Look at that damage. My goodness. And those walls are thick. We seen how thick they were in there. Holy moly. This thing got pummeled. Oh, you can see the new brick where they rebuilt it. All that must have got blown up. There's more damage over here. Could you imagine being inside that fort with all that stuff hitting you? Wow. That had to have been scary. I mean, there are big holes in that brick. 5-6 foot thick walls. That is true history. Fingerprints in the brick. These are original damaged areas from all the shells hitting this thing. Incredible. Oh, if you ever get a chance, come see this. I know the camera's picking it up, but to see it in person, it is something. I think that water's coming up a little. Pretty murky though. Probably turtles in there. No alligator. Well, maybe another trip. Lighthouse Trail. The That lady inside the visitor center, there's also an area where they fish. I might drive out to it. There's a Coast Guard station on this island too. There's the top of the lighthouse. Well, I'll drive out there, see what we find. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for your newsletter. Put one out once a month now. Got downloadable puzzles, articles, all kinds of cool stuff. Future travels, previous travels. Plus we got a merch shop. Got all kinds of cool coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts, armchair traveler series. The heck yeah. Merch is out too, mugs, all that, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one in the great state of Georgia. Down here exploring this incredible, and I say that with a big I, incredible fort. I've never seen anything like that. Especially those fingerprints, that really hit home. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, and I appreciate it very much. Alright, I think I have to make a right here. Because we came in the other direction. Yep. This is just one big park. This whole island. Out near the end is the Coast Guard. Shows it on the maps anyway. Well, those hurricanes, when they create that storm surge, that gets feet deep of water. I wonder how much of it comes in. Probably quite a bit. Well, all kinds of benches. There's porta potties. Building there. I'd say more of the park. And there's Coast Guard. I don't think they're gonna let me in there. What are you doing in here? Let's see. I'll go to the right. Yeah, that's got to be Coast Guard there. I see water and a little pull-out area. Perfect. Looks like folks fishing out here. Well, this will be cool. That big container ship had to have gone past here. They got it all shored up with rock. Out that way is the ocean. There's some guys here fishing. Maybe we'll see them catch something.
knock him down. I think he's hung into this line.
We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. I can't do nothing with him. Oh, he's going again.
There he is down there.
He's straight down.
Slack.
Huh?
Take some
don't
pressure
get,
off.
Yeah, you're off. The rock's right here. You're going back out. He's right here in front of
Well, it was a stingray they snagged. Then they lost him. But a great big stingray. Alright, well, cool place to visit. I am super glad I picked this one. It was this random. Picked it randomly off Google Maps. Well, across this big channel, well, this bridge here, so the big ships go on the other one, where those guys are fishing. I bet the fishing is just out of sight here. My senior pass got me in here for free. There's no charge. All right, I'm gonna make a left. We're right out here on Tybee Island. I'm gonna spend the night out here. Already reserved a campsite for the night. And this is bonus footage from the 2025 travel season. Even though it's 2026, waiting for the weather to get better. Just got done with all the Quartzsite series. It's only first part of February. All kinds of cool travel coming up on RVerTV. Next video, we'll be exploring this island, Tybee Island. Journey never ends. Talk soon.